Now, there's plenty of ways to do this. You can do it by way of just cardio. You can do it by way of like calisthenics, and you can do it with free weights. Now, let's talk about if it works for fat loss. Well, here's the thing. HIIT training for fat loss. Now, if you don't know what HIIT, HIIT training is, I'll give you a quick explanation. It stands for high intensity interval training. It's pretty much exactly how it sounds. You're going to be training at a high intensity within intervals. So what that means is maybe you're going to do something at a very high intensity for 20 seconds. And then you might take an interval of 60 seconds off. That's just one little example. But that's what high intensity interval training is. Now, there's plenty of ways to do this. You can do it by way of just cardio. You can do it by way of like calisthenics, and you can do it with free weights. Now, let's talk about if it works for fat loss. Well, here's the thing. For me, I would look at it different. I wouldn't say it is for fat loss. I would say it's more of a tool to use when needed. Right, so the way I look at this is definitely for somebody who has been training for quite some time, right? If you're newer to training, if you're within, I'll say your first year of training, like consistently, you don't need to be picking up high intensity interval training, at least in my eyes. There's so much more progress to be made within just a regular, solid strength training routine, whether that be with goals of hypertrophy, like muscle building, or you just want to get stronger, right? Or just perform and move better. There's so much more progress to be made if you're new to this. Now, like I said, high intensity interval training, HIIT training, is a tool. Now, where I can see it being used is with somebody maybe like myself.